What up everyone, it's your boy Xmanny87 here, bringing you a Power Rangers Lightning Collection video, and what I have for you today is a quick overview of the Amazon exclusive Power Rangers in Space Psycho Rangers 5-pack. We'll be going over this quickly as they are all pretty much repaints, but focus on some new things that I find pretty cool in this pack. Artwork on the packaging is colorfully lit, and it has a bio which is pretty cool as this line never has a bio written for their figures. So here are all the Psycho Rangers packed in and lined up nicely in a silver plastic tray. And before we get things rolling, if you could please leave a thumbs up like rating on the video, it'll help show your support for my channel and I greatly appreciate it. Now let's take a look at the Psycho Rangers one by one. Alright, so first let's take a look at the blue Psycho Ranger, who is one of two that are reissued in this 5-pack, and that might piss some people off that already purchased the two reissued ones, but I'll give you my thoughts about that later in the wrap-up. But just looking at the figure, you know, it's still a great figure. You can't take it away, but just showing you, you know, it's definitely a beautiful figure still. You know, got that nice pose going on right here. One thing I love about the Lightning collection is that their posing is so beautiful. You could do it with such finesse, and I definitely appreciate that about this line. For accessories, you get the axe right here, you get the lightning hand, and then each of them will come with like an alternate fist or open hand. There's like 18 accessories packed in, but each of them come with a lightning effect on their right hand. So here he is next to the reissue, and I try to find any type of slight variation in the paint or anything. Anything different, and there is absolutely nothing different. It is the exact same thing. Same thing goes for the Psycho Red Ranger. They are the absolute same, no differences. Then you got the green lightning hand here for accessories. You got the sword right here, and then you got the red lightning effect. And Hasbro gives you a lot of lightning accessories for the Lightning collection, so definitely living up to the name of the series, right? So with our second reissue out of the way, let's take a look at the new stuff, shall we? Alright, now taking a look at my favorite Psycho Ranger out of this set, it is the Black Psycho Ranger, and he just looks so badass right now. Definitely one of the newer ones right here. No reissue at all. So let's take a close look at him, shall we? And for some reason, looking at him chest up, he looks like he could be some sort of Batman Power Ranger. He really looks like that. He looks so cool. Maybe that's why I am liking this one way more than the other Rangers looks, even though they look super cool. But man, this is really dope. All the Psycho Rangers have a really nice head sculpt, so just taking a close look at that. Only issue is right there on the top of the eye. As you can see, some molding got messed up right there. So yeah, that's the only like flaw I see in this pack. But yeah, everything else is good. I like the gold paint right there on the collar. And then right here, you get this rubbery overlay on the upper torso. And you get the black right there where the other ones are colored. So, man, it looks really dope. I love the texturing you see here on the chest right there. So it looks like that leather type of material. So right underneath this chest crest, or whatever you want to call it, you get these studs surrounding the abdomen right there. So that looks pretty cool. And then on the arms, you get some studs right there on the shoulder. Nice sculpting on the arms, you know, nice texturing and wrinkles on the sleeves. And this is where it's pretty much the same as the rest of the Psycho Rangers. You get the white in the costume, just with the black inside right there. Get his belt, has an N right there in gold. Is it an N or something else? I don't know. I don't know much about the newer Rangers, or at least these Psycho Rangers. So if anyone wants to let me know what that stands for, please comment below. I'm always willing to learn this stuff. And then you get more texturing right there on the Psycho butt, and you know, more cool texturing. So this outfit is really cool. This is definitely one of the better looking Ranger outfits that I've seen in the modern times. And then again, boots right there, white, black, more texturing throughout. Awesome. Then you get like peg holes at the bottom of the feet right there. Then for accessories, another green lightning hand right here. And let me know what's the story behind this green lightning effect thing. Again, I'm not going to front like I know the story with the Psycho Rangers. Then you got the close-fisted hand right there. Then lastly, he comes with this staff, and this is really cool. So you got an all black staff with silver right there at the bottom, and then silver that swirls into this design at the top, which looks really cool and reminds me of the Maleficent headdress. That's what it definitely gives me the vibes of, but it looks really dope. Then in the middle of this staff, you get that same design that's on their belt buckle. So again, just want to know what that stands for. Then it fits in his hand easily, so you can have him hold it with one hand, or you can have him wield it with two hands and display however you like to pose him. Now to cover my favorite thing about an action figure is the articulation. So his head moves that far up on a ball joint, not much you're gonna get. It moves that far down, it swivels, and barely any pivot, actually no pivot at all, that's a bummer. His arms move all the way up. Hold on, I could get it higher. Just push that shoulder in a little more. Yep, there it goes. That's as far as you're gonna get. Down, all around, you got the shoulder swivel, and you got the butterfly joint, which is awesome, because you can definitely get that in there like that, make him clap his hands. And this overlay piece is pliable, as I mentioned before, so that doesn't get in the way with trying to move it in, you know, get those arms swinging. You got the bicep swivel, double jointed elbows. That's freaking amazing. Look at that. You can touch his shoulder. That is beautiful. Wrist swivel and a wrist hinge. You got the torso that swivels, it pivots, and it rocks around beautifully. You got the inverted ab crunch, so you know you get that nice diaphragm joint forward and back. Look at that. Beautiful. His legs move that far apart, which I don't know what's up with that. Every Power Ranger should be able to do a full split. Anyways, he kicks up that high, which is real good, and that far back, so almost a full frontward split. His legs rock around, thigh swivel, double jointed knees, and boom, look at that. Heel to the cycle, but you got the boot swivel, then you got his ankles that move that far up, so that's real good. It moves that far down, and Hasbro has the best ankle pivot in the game. You get that all around ankle pivot. And here is the black Psycho Ranger next to my other favorite looking Psycho Ranger, and this is the green Psycho Ranger Hasbro Pulse exclusive. Love the way this green Psycho Ranger looks. He looks amazing. I think I might review this guy. Let me know if you want me to review him. And lastly, we have the two female Psycho Rangers, which is the yellow and the pink, sporting new body molds to freshen this pack up, which is mostly made of repaints, but these look fantastic. Black and yellow, black and yellow. Taking a look at the yellow Psycho Ranger first. She looks fantastic here, and we get a lightning accessory hand, but it's a female hand, so it's newly sculpted, so that is new. And then you get this nice accessory right here. You get the gun or pistol, whatever it is, and you get this blast effect. And I don't even know what I'm doing with this. Is it supposed to go here? I don't know. I just this is like a repaint from the White Ranger, the blue effect. It's now yellow, and I just put it like right there. I don't know if that's the right way, but I'm assuming it is. And then you got the pistol right here, whatever this is. Got some wings right there on the side. It looks cool. I really like this weapon. Then you get that little logo in gold right there. That's the same as their belt buckle. Then on the top, you got silver right there. Overall, I really like how this looks. Looks like some sort of Batman gadget to me when I look at it from afar. Anyway, it looks like she has trigger hands, but it really isn't. You can't get that finger in the trigger hole right there, so that's probably as best as you're gonna get right there. Here's a closer look at that female lightning effect hand, and comparing it to the male hand, you can see the difference right there. The female hand is more spread out, and she also has an interchangeable gripping hand. Also, each of the females come with a closed left-fisted hand. Now, taking a close look at the yellow Psycho Ranger, the black and yellow looks really good. Love the color combination there. However, the head sculpt, it's not different. It is actually the same as the males. This is hilarious because I'm like, man, why does it look so big on this female body? And yeah, that's because it's the same as the males. So yeah, swapping the heads between the two, they swap perfectly. So no wobbly head syndrome on my end. So yeah, they're all good. You still got the pliable overlay piece on the upper torso right here. Got that nice texturing there, so it keeps up with the rest of the design. And, you know, being that it's pliable, you won't have an issue with the shoulder movement. You got the studs on the armor plates that are surrounding the abdomen right there. And yeah, this female sculpt came out really good. Same design pattern, you know, the studs on top of the shoulder, wrinkled textures on the sleeves. The back looks nice with some wrinkles and texture right there. The forearm bands with the white, the yellow. Got the studs on the hands. Got that gold belt buckle right here. Looks nice with the yellow, but definitely looks best with the Black Ranger. Got some yellow in there. Then you get the gold belt buckle right there, which looks good with the yellow, but I think it looks best with the Black Ranger. Get the studs right there in the crotch area, and then the yellow right there around the lady parts, and then you get the Psycho Lady booty right there. And, you know, thighs with the texture. Again, really like this sculpt, man. You got the white on top of the boots with some yellow in it. Again, nice texture. And you got the feet. Texture all around. This is absolutely beautiful. And then serial numbers at the bottom of the feet. Yes, that's how it's done. Now taking a look at the Psycho Pink Ranger. Man, this is probably my favorite one out of the females. This one looks so freaking good. You got the arrow with the crazy arrow effect going on. This looks beautiful. Same thing we got with the Kimberly Pink Ranger version. Then we get this bow with it. Looks really good. Painted in black, pink, and silver bits right here at the corner. Then with that same logo that they sport throughout right there in gold, so that's a nice touch. Definitely like that. Then you get this clip right here, which what I do is just I clip the bow right there. I find a nice sweet spot so it can stay that way. You can have this nice shooting arrow effect going on, so that looks really cool. You know, you could give her the female lightning hand if you want. But, you know, if you want her wielding the bow, definitely the two gripping arrow hands are the best bet. Even though they're not really arrow hands, they're more the gripping trigger hands. So she still holds on to it pretty nicely. It's a little bit on the loose side. If you want to get a straight arrow shot with this figure, it is very difficult to achieve. And I just keep finding it shooting downward. And, you know, naturally you want it right there in the middle, but it's just so loose that it just keeps sliding down. So I try to find the sweet spot, but even with that, yeah, it's just gonna have to find a way to tighten these hands a bit, which is why for posing I didn't go with the straight arrow shot. I went with the side arrow shot just to make it look better. So yeah, that was like my only downside with this figure. Again, not the accessories' fault. I think the accessories are lit. It's definitely the hands. They should have definitely gave her better hands in this. And taking a close look at the Pink Psycho Ranger, the paint looks really good. It's more matted finish than glossy like the Yellow Ranger was. So yeah, it definitely has a more matted touch. The glossy is more on the jet black areas than on the actual like armored parts where it's pink. Interesting that they went this route for this one. You get the nice texture there. Again, just showing you the pink color and trying to, you know, spot some differences. Ah, man, that's a bummer right there. Got a paint slop right there in black. Hopefully I could get that off with an X-Acto knife. And yeah, there's another flaw here again with the molding. There's a molding dent right there on the left eye. Again, just like the Black Ranger. Lightning always strikes me twice in a bad way, man. Gold belt buckle, you know, same studs, design, texture, design pattern, all that is the same. And the serial number is not painted on this figure at all, not even at the bottom of the feet. Come to think of it, I think I like the yellow one more than the pink one. It's probably the glossy bits on the armor here. It makes it pop better. I don't know. I just think I like this one more now. Anyway, to cover articulation with the female ones, to test out this female body mold, the head is on a ball joint. So again, you're only going to get a slight movement looking up, down, swivels, and you do get some pivoting with the female joints for some reason, maybe because of the smaller ball peg. And you get the arms that move this far up. Let me see if it moves a little bit higher. No, that's it. That's all we get, but still pretty cool. You got the shoulder butterfly joint right there that rocks back and forth, moves down all around. Shoulder swivel, bicep swivel. And you get a single jointed elbow. Like, come on, man. What is it with Hasbro? They have something against double jointed elbows on female figures. I don't know what it is. They have the aesthetics to this thing nailed down perfectly, and definitely enough room to do the double jointed elbows on this. Had to be a budget thing again, and that sucks. But you get at least a 90-degree bend on it, so that's pretty cool. And she could probably touch her face. Yeah, just barely, a little bit. Nah, not much, but anyway, you got an elbow swivel, you got the wrist swivel and the wrist hinge. The upper torso swivel, you got a great pivot and it rocks around, and the inverted ab crunch, so you can get that torso crunch. And man, I think the Lightning Collection female figures have the best diaphragm articulation. Why can't Marvel Legends have this? And look how far back it moves. I really wish the Marvel Legends females would have this kind of articulation. Legs move that far apart, so they do spread their legs wider than the males. Pause. Giggity. Legs move that far apart, and they move that far back, so they can kick really far up. So that's really, really good. And you got the legs that rock around, thigh swivel, double jointed knees, and oh, no heel to the Psycho booty right there. So close, but still good range, man. And you got the calf swivel, and the ankles move up that far, down that low, and the best ankle pivot in the game. Now here are our Psycho Rangers along with the Hasbro exclusive green Psycho Ranger. I think all that's left is the silver Psycho Ranger to complete the squad. Let me know in the comments. Alright, and now to wrap things up, my final rating is a difficult one to give, mainly because there are 2 reissues here with the blue and red that I already have to justify this $100 price point. If you purchased the red and blue like I did before having any knowledge of this 5-pack coming out, then that's the disappointing part to swallow and not worth the $100 price point for the 3 new figures you need, depending how you look at it. If you need to complete the team, then go ahead, but I would wait for it to drop drastically on sale. Amazon is known for dropping their box sets to an incredibly low price for $55 or less if you are lucky. However, if you never purchased the red and blue ones, then you are gold and it's totally worth picking up, and I see the $100 price point justifiable on that end. If you are patient, I'd still wait for this set to drop in price. I don't think you'll be disappointed because these are some dope figures. In my honest opinion, they should have done without the red and blue and gave the 2 slots to the green and silver to knock out the rest of the Psycho Rangers in this one box set. With that out of the way, most of the 18 total accessories here are the same, repeated over and over with each Ranger, with the exception of maybe 6 being newly sculpted. Despite being repaints, it's understandable with Power Rangers as to why, as that's just how their looks are designed. They look amazing altogether. I'm going to still give this an 8 out of 10. Whenever they come out with the silver to complete the squad, and since I already have the green, then this set will become a 10 out of 10 in my collection. The new female sculpts and articulation is pretty solid, and so are the males. Males have the better elbow range due to the double joints, but the females have the better leg range. Even though I'm a Mighty Morphin guy, as that was my time growing up in the early 90s, I'm loving these newer designs. Only new thing I'm familiar with is the Lord Draken, Ranger Slayer, and some other story arcs. But I don't have to know something to like something. I really just love great looking, enjoyable action figures, and that's what these are for me. I'm all in with the Lightning collection. Overall, a great looking and enjoyable action figure set. So it wasn't that quick, my bad. But now I kick it back to you guys. What do you guys think of this set? What box set would you like to see next? Give me the ninja suits from the Mighty Morphin movie, as I want that so damn bad. I'll be all over that. Comment below, let me know. That was my overview. Please follow me on Instagram if you haven't already. Link is in the description below. Check out my website, xman87.com, to view my photo gallery and merchandise. Hit the notification bell so you always know when my videos are up. Share and subscribe if you're new. See you on the next video. Peace, peace.